we know the Jedi are in town in Tatooine, and we're tracking them, and we find Anakin, and he offers to help, and Shmi, of course, he was meant to help you, like, she's a prophet, I guess, for the Messiah Vader, Jesus. And so we go back to Watto, and we somehow con him into fronting the money for this. We promise our freaking Naboo cruiser for the front money. We're going to have Anakin race with this thing that he built in his backyard. Because we see what a great job he's done building C-3PO.
He built it with all of his midichlorian power.
Right. He was super midichlorian level 3, and built his super cruiser or super pod. And we go to the pod race, and honestly, it's the biggest waste of time in cinematic history. We just need to know that Anakin's a great pilot because Obi-Wan says it in Episode 4. We don't need 20 minutes of exposition and special effects with the whole pod race. I think it's garbage. I know the younger kids are going to love it, but I just think it's unnecessary. Anybody have
let's
the same
be fair.
opinion?
This whole movie was unnecessary. I would like to go back to the fact that I think it should have been the opening 3 paragraphs that scrolled in for an actual movie. But since we didn't get that, and we just have to sit back and accept that Jar Jar Binks and pod racing and the Fed effect on the coolest character in there, and then the other coolest character in there, Qui-Gon, dies, I just think that we just don't have much of a movie here that's worth it.
You're saying we got lubed up while we were sleeping?
I'm saying we went to prison and we weren't the dude.
Jesus loves you, but in the bad way. It was Jesus instead. This is a bad movie, but we're going to get through it. We're at the pod races. We're halfway through a game. We can push through and make it for Team Lucasfilm because we love the movies, but we got to review your film honestly, and we honestly don't like it. But we're going to review it anyway. People might hate us, but so what? This is what we think about the movies that we love. Exactly.
I'll say this. This is my opinion on this whole pod race scene. If you're ever testing out your new surround sound system you just bought, it's a good scene. It's a good scene to test that out on.
Okay. It's great special effects. I wish
you wouldn't have said that. I wish you wouldn't have said that because I have a scene in my head for testing out fucking surround sound, and it's not that. So you're wrong.
I'm not wrong, bitch. Fuck you.
I'm wrong. Right. I will tell you the scene for testing out your surround sound. If you think you have a good surround sound,
I don't.
It's in the movie Predator when Jesse the Body Ventura gets shot in the chest, and
that's a good one. Yeah.
His homie picks up the fucking minigun and then proceed to fucking mow down the whole fucking jungle. That's a scene to test your surround sound.
No, it's definitely the scene in the movie, the new Disney movie Frozen, where she's doing that really awesome song that she sings. That's the one that you want to use.
Well, honestly, I'm disconnecting you now. I know that Disney's holds the Star Wars.
Why is that movie stomping everything into the dirt?
Because that bitch can fucking sing.
Yeah, she can sing, but that's not an epic Disney movie. I'm sorry, but the ones of the early '90s were the best Disney movies. Little Mermaid, Lion King were the best era.
All the things you would have told me we talked about tonight, it wouldn't have been Frozen.
Yeah. Emo Scene Boy dropped Frozen on us.
Oh, I hear it every day at work, every single day.
Oh, I'm sure. How do you think I feel? I work with a bunch of girls.
So speaking of girls, Anakin's got his pod racer together, and they go out and they do the pod race, and it's and you get to see the huts in CGI form, and it looks like animated slugs. Looks like something from Max Headroom in the 1980s.
Yes.
It's really not great animation it's worse actually than the big freaking brown slug for Jabba that you see in the Episode 4 Special Edition, which was bad enough, but this was actually worse. They're scooting around like slugs, and it's disgusting and bad. So we get back to the ship, and Darth Maul attacks. Oh yes, Darth Maul attacks, and he freaking raffle-pawns Qui-Gon out on the sand, and they're all on the ship. Qui-Gon's in trouble. Of course, they probably have external laser blasters, but they don't use them.
Yeah, I always wondered about that.
Why? I mean, he's in trouble. Let's take off. It's one guy. You have blasters and all this other stuff. He's already fighting a giant.
I'll defend this.
Go ahead.
He's a Sith Lord.
Yeah,
he could crush your fucking ship.
They didn't fire. They didn't fucking fire.
He's not a Sith Lord.
Oh, he's a goddamn Sith. Well, okay. Well, I'm sure he can cause some fucking damage, and it's enough to make them run away.
And
I'm sure he could do something.
There's another Jedi on the freaking transport. Why doesn't he jump out and help?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I just tried to spread some kind of positivity to this piece of shit, and I got shot down. So fuck you.
But
seriously, that's how he gets away. He fucking Qui-Gon jumps on the ship, and all of a sudden Darth Maul's just standing there like, oh, I can't get up there. Whatever.
Okay, we fly into the pristine skies of non-polluted Coruscant. And,
it's a great place to live. It's fucking awesome, man. You don't need a Tatooine postcard. You need a goddamn Coruscant postcard.
Yeah,
that's where my condo is.
It's always sunny in Coruscant.
Yes. Yes.
You get there and we meet the High Chancellor, played by the same actor who played Zod in the Superman sequel.
The People's Valorum?
Yes, Chancellor Valorum is played by Zod, and I kept wanting him to tell, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon to kneel before Zod. That would have been just, I don't know what I would have done at that point. My head would have exploded like scanners.
You would have liked the movie?
Yeah, I think that might have been a redeeming factor, but it was great seeing that cat again because I haven't seen him in much outside of Zod. We have the little hearing in the Senate in this whole farce, man. I kind of like that it's bad because it really is representative of what really happens in like Senate and the House of Representatives. Yeah. It's like nobody really knows what the hell's going on. You got ETs and Wookiees in the audience, or in the they all got their delegations. That's great. Shout out to Spielberg.
They need Alf, an Alf.
I would really love to have seen a Vulcan in that somehow.
Vulcan, Alf eating a cat.
Yeah,
would have been fucking awesome, man. He doesn't care. He didn't give a shit about what this guy's saying. Just eating a cat.
But you get to the hearing, and they're like, well, he has these people that are pulling his strings, and they step in, and he's like, well, we got to prove that there's actually a thing going on here. We can't, we got to send a delegation to ascertain the validity of your claims. I'm like, dude, you guys got Jedi and ships, and the Jedi went there. The Jedi's word isn't good for anything now, or what? I don't get that. I don't know why it wasn't called into question.
Oh, time out. You expect the government to do something logical?
It's weird, and then you can't even just send like a ship out at freaking light speed to get there, and hey, yeah, there's a blockade. But instead you have to overthrow the whole leader of the Senate. It seems like something that would actually happen on the floor of our own Congress. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. The whole world's laughing at us just like we're all laughing at their Senate.
Jay Will was right. That's
pretty much
ridiculous,
yeah.
Yeah.